Are you drawn to the peace of mindfulness, but committed to your family's faith? Do you find profound wisdom in the Buddha's teachings on anxiety, but identify as a secular humanist or an atheist? This creates a nagging question, a feeling of being caught between two worlds. Do I have to choose? Can I borrow the parts that resonate with me, or is it an all-or-nothing package? This isn't just a modern problem. It's a deep inquiry into the very nature of the path. The answer is more liberating than you might think, and it hinges on one crucial question. Is Buddhism a religion or a philosophy? Today, we're navigating the beautiful and often confusing intersection of personal identity and spiritual practice. The question of whether Buddhism is a religion or a philosophy has been debated for centuries, especially as it moved into the West. The truth is, it doesn't fit neatly into either box. And this ambiguity isn't a flaw, it's one of its most powerful features. Buddhism can be seen as a vast tradition containing religious elements, a deep psychological philosophy, and a pragmatic set of tools for training the mind. Understanding these different layers is the key to knowing how you can engage with it authentically, without feeling like you must abandon your core identity. Let's first define our terms. Typically, a religion involves faith in a creator God, divine revelation, sacred texts, and devotional practices aimed at salvation. A philosophy is a way of life based on reason, a system for investigating the nature of existence, knowledge, and ethics. Where does Buddhism stand? It has features of both. On one hand, many Buddhist traditions have devotional practices, rituals, monastic orders, and concepts like karma and rebirth that are taken on a degree of faith, sadhana. This looks very much like a religion. On the other hand, the Buddha himself encouraged a spirit of free inquiry. In the famous Kalama Sutta, he advised people not to believe something just because it's in a scripture or taught by a guru, but to test it against their own experience. This is the heart of a practical philosophy, or even a science of the mind. Perhaps the best way to understand this is to think of Buddhism as a grand mind pharmacy. In this pharmacy, there are powerful, over-the-counter remedies that anyone can use. Think of mindfulness meditation as a kind of universal aspirin for the headache of a stressful, distracted mind. Think of the 5 precepts to refrain from harming, stealing, etc., as basic ethical vitamins for a healthy society. You don't need to subscribe to a specific belief system to benefit from aspirin or vitamins. They work based on cause and effect. Then the pharmacy also has prescription-strength medicine. This is the full path, the Noble Eightfold Path, designed to treat the deep, underlying condition of samsara, the cycle of suffering and rebirth. This path involves a deeper commitment and an acceptance of core doctrinal frameworks like anatta, or not-self, and paticca samutpada, or dependent origination. This is the soteriological, or salvific aspect of Buddhism. The beauty of this pharmacy is that the pharmacist, the Dharma, doesn't force you to take the prescription. You are free to simply use the effective over-the-counter tools to improve your well-being. So what does this mean for you, a 21st century person navigating your identity? If you are an atheist, agnostic, or secular humanist, you can absolutely be a Buddhist in a philosophical sense. You can walk into the mind pharmacy and use the phenomenal over-the-counter tools. The practices of mindfulness and compassion and the deep psychological insights into how the mind creates suffering do not require belief in deities or an afterlife. They are a practical, ethical, and contemplative system for living a more examined and peaceful life. If you are a Christian, a Jew, a Muslim, or follow another faith, you can also use these tools. Many find that mindfulness practice doesn't conflict with their faith, but deepens it. Using the aspirin of mindfulness can help you be a more present, patient, and compassionate Christian. As the Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh often taught, you can use these practices to touch the divine within your own tradition more deeply. However, we must be intellectually honest. If you wish to take the full prescription, you will encounter profound philosophical differences. The Christian concept of an eternal soul created by God is fundamentally different from the Buddhist teaching of anatta, or not-self. The idea of a creator God is incompatible with dependent origination. At this deeper doctrinal level, the paths diverge. But the choice is yours. You can benefit from the path's wisdom without walking it to its final destination. Let's make this distinction tangible with a simple practice. I invite you to simply close your eyes for a moment. Bring your attention to the sensation of your breath, wherever you feel it most clearly, in the abdomen, the chest, or at the tip of the nose. Just feel one breath, in and out. Now ask yourself, is this breath Christian? Is it atheist? Is it Jewish? No, it is simply breath. It is a universal human experience. The method of paying attention to your breath is a universal tool available to anyone. It belongs to no religion. The conclusions you draw and the framework you place around this experience, that is your philosophy or your faith. This practice helps us see the clear difference between a universal tool for well-being and a specific path for salvation. So, is Buddhism a religion or a philosophy? The most honest answer is that it is a rich and diverse tradition that functions as both. It offers a set of universally applicable tools for calming the mind and opening the heart, and it offers a profound path for those seeking liberation. You do not have to choose all or nothing. You can walk into the mind pharmacy and find exactly what you need for your journey without abandoning the path you're already on. The goal is not to become a card-carrying Buddhist, but to become a more free, compassionate, and wise human being. How do you integrate wisdom from different sources into your life? We'd love to read your respectful experiences in the comments below. If this exploration has brought you some clarity, please like this video and subscribe to the Mindful Compass. May you walk your unique path with confidence and peace.